Welcome to Truth Quest, where we dive deep to explore hidden facts and uncover the realities shaping our world. The quest for truth starts here. Time is quickly running out for Floridians as Tropical Storm Helene intensifies and approaches the U.S. Gulf Coast. The storm, which formed in the northwestern Caribbean Sea on Tuesday, is expected to strengthen rapidly as it moves over the extremely warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico. In just 48 hours, Helene could intensify from a 45 miles per hour tropical storm into a dangerous Category 3 hurricane. Urgency for preparations. Given this rapid escalation, Florida residents must act now to prepare for severe weather, including damaging winds, torrential rain, and potentially life-threatening storm surge. The National Hurricane Center, NHC, has warned that Helene's track could shift in the coming days, possibly altering which areas will experience the worst impacts. However, there is no doubt that the storm will bring widespread damage to Florida and potentially much of the southeast. Evacuations expected. Coastal areas of Florida are particularly at risk from storm surge, and evacuations are likely. Taylor County, located in Florida's Big Bend region, has already signaled plans to issue a county-wide evacuation order. These evacuations could expand to other areas as Helene strengthens. Current storm status. Although Helene is still organizing, the NHC has already classified the system as potential tropical cyclone 9, meaning it is on the verge of becoming a fully developed storm. There is a 90% chance that it will strengthen into a hurricane within the next 48 hours, with further strengthening expected through Wednesday and Thursday as it travels across the eastern Gulf of Mexico. Tropical storm warnings have been issued for parts of the lower Florida Keys, with hurricane watches extending from Englewood to Indian Pass, including the Tampa Bay area. By Thursday evening, Helene is expected to make landfall as a major hurricane along Florida's Gulf Coast. State of emergency. To help with preparations and response, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis declared a state of emergency on Monday for 41 of the state's 67 counties. This will help speed up coordination between state and local agencies, ensuring that resources and emergency personnel are ready to assist affected areas. Storm development and forecast. Helene began as a disorganized mass of thunderstorms in the western Caribbean but is now showing signs of rapid organization. The warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico, among the hottest on record, are expected to fuel the storm's rapid intensification. The NHC's forecast suggests Helene will become a major hurricane, likely Category 3 or higher, before making landfall. As the Gulf waters supercharge the storm, this rapid intensification has become more common due to rising ocean temperatures linked to climate change. Helene's large size means it will have a wide-reaching impact. Even if the storm's core makes landfall in one specific location, powerful winds, heavy rain, and dangerous storm surge could affect a much larger area across the southeastern U.S. Meteorologists are also warning about the potential for tornadoes spawned by the storm, further increasing the risk of damage. Potential threats to the Gulf Coast. The most immediate threats from Helene include storm surge. The storm could push large amounts of seawater inland, flooding coastal areas. This poses a life-threatening risk, especially for low-lying regions along the Gulf Coast. Damaging winds. With hurricane-force winds expected, buildings, infrastructure, and power lines are vulnerable to significant damage. Widespread power outages are likely, and recovery could take days or even weeks depending on the storm's intensity. Heavy rainfall and flooding. Helene's heavy rains will begin affecting parts of Florida as early as Wednesday, continuing through Thursday and into Friday. The threat of flash flooding is high, especially in areas where the ground is already saturated. Rivers and streams could rise rapidly, leading to additional flooding concerns. Dangerous beach conditions. Rough surf and rip currents are already a concern along the Gulf Coast, and the situation will only worsen as Helene moves closer. Boating and swimming are discouraged, and many beaches may be closed in advance of the storm. Widespread impact beyond Florida. Helene's influence won't stop at the Florida coast. The storm is forecast to be extremely large and powerful, impacting areas far beyond the point of landfall. Strong winds, heavy rain, and the potential for tornadoes could extend into other parts of the southeastern U.S., including Georgia, Alabama, and even areas as far north as Atlanta. Rainfall from the storm could lead to significant flash flooding not only in Florida but also in parts of the southeast through Friday. River flooding is another concern, especially as heavy rain spreads from the Gulf Coast northward. Watches and warnings. As of Tuesday morning, the NHC has issued the following advisories. Tropical storm warning. This is in effect for the lower Florida Keys, west of the 7 Mile Bridge, and for the Dry Tortugas. Tropical storm watch. This covers the middle Florida Keys, from the 7 Mile Bridge to the Channel 5 Bridge. Hurricane watch. This extends from Englewood to Indian Pass, including Tampa Bay. A hurricane watch means that hurricane conditions are possible within the watch area, generally within the next 48 hours. Residents in these areas should closely monitor updates from the National Hurricane Center and follow instructions from local authorities. What to expect if you are in the path of Helene? Here's what you should expect. Tuesday and Wednesday. Tropical storm conditions, including gusty winds and scattered showers, will begin to reach the warning areas. Preparation efforts, including securing homes and stocking up on supplies, should be completed as soon as possible. Thursday. Helene is expected to make landfall somewhere along Florida's Gulf Coast. Winds could exceed 100 miles per hour in some areas, and storm surge will begin to flood low-lying coastal regions. Rainfall will intensify, with flooding likely. Friday and beyond. As the storm moves inland, it will weaken, but dangerous weather conditions will continue, particularly heavy rainfall and the risk of flooding in areas far from the coast. Take action now if you are in an area under a hurricane or tropical storm watch. Now is the time to finalize preparations. Heed all evacuation orders from local officials, and ensure you have enough supplies, food, water, medicine, and emergency gear, to last several days. Keep a close eye on updates from local weather stations and the National Hurricane Center, as the storm's path and intensity could shift in the coming days. Thank you for joining us on this journey to uncover the truth. Stay curious, stay informed, and remember, truth is always worth the quest. See you next time.